That's why today, effective immediately, the province is enabling police and other enforcement officers to issue $2,000 violation tickets.
Whoopee ding dong. No cop in their right mind is ever going to issue that ticket. Go ahead and talk all you want, Mikey. It's not going to happen.
Remember COVID-19? Do you remember COVID-19? Not just called COVID-19, it's carnivore. No. Should I start over? COVID-19 and Corona. Remember the coronavirus? When it was exciting? When it was almost fun? It was almost fun. It wasn't fun at the beginning. Well, it was fun at the beginning, but I remember in March, my wife came home. They shut down the schools, and she told me that the entire family we all have to self-isolate. And I remember thinking, I've been doing that for 2 years, okay? I didn't like it because now they were going to self-isolate with me. They're not allowed to I'm self-isolating. It's not many isolation. It's not a bunch of isolation. It's not all isolation. I'm like, you can't interrupt my environment. Go find another environment. That's what I was thinking. Can't you go find something to do? Can't you take the family to Disneyland or something? And she's like, Disneyland is closed. And I remember thinking, what? They closed down the happiest place on earth? Really? Anyways, so we all self-isolated together. And it was March. And it was kind of exciting. It was kind of an exciting time. We're gonna pull together as a family. And we did. And we got closer. And the world got closer. I bought a jigsaw puzzle. Board games became a thing again. I bought a jigsaw puzzle from Amazon. We're going to play with some jigsaws. We're going to school. There's no more school. That's fun. They don't have to go to school. My wife took up drinking. I didn't have to drink alone. It was kind of nice for a little while. It was kind of nice. Grocery stores, Quality Foods was delivering groceries. The liquor store would deliver you boxes of wine. It was kind of fun. There was a lot of good. The whole world pulled together. The world pulled together. All we had to do was this for a couple of weeks, right? Hold the line. Bust the curve. Flatten the curve. Hold the line, flatten that curve, right? We're going to do this for a couple of weeks. Because this is potentially going to kill millions upon millions upon millions upon millions of people. So we did that. We listened. Everybody listened. We all did that. It was an exciting, fun time. We made jokes about it. My son used to bug my daughter. I remember walking past my daughter's room one day and she's crying. And I'm like, what's wrong, honey? Colson told me that the Easter Bunny can't hop around anymore because he's got COVID-19 and he's not coming to town. It was funny. It was cute and adorable. It's like when the power goes out, right? In your house. It's exciting. It's fun. You light some candles. And the candle is your heat and your light. That's what it was like. That's how I felt. There were Zoom parties. Remember those Zoom parties? Everybody get together and be sitting there. You'd be having wine. There'd be 14 other people or how many other people on Zoom. You'd all be talking. Some would play games. The world pulled together. I tried to set up a podcast. I was thinking about this podcast back in March. So I went downstairs and started setting up this goofy room. And it was hell. It failed. but it was exciting. I liked doing it. It's funny, you know, when I started this, I should show you a clip. No, I shouldn't. Of me trying to set it up. No clue, man. I had no clue. I didn't know what an arm boom was. There was no book to read. I didn't know that the audio had to be separated from the video. Did you know this? I didn't know this. So the audio right now on the video camera, I'm not using. I'm using this audio, which is plugged into another system. And then when I'm done recording, I take the audio from here, the video and audio from there, I put it in a computer, and I have to delete the audio from the video camera and sync up the audio from this to me talking on the video, sync it up. It took me a month to figure it out, and now it only takes me 30 seconds to do. But there was no book for dummies on how to make a podcast, and I was just reviewing one of my old videos of me trying to set it up, and last night, actually. Maybe I'll show a clip. I don't know. I don't know why that would be worthwhile. It's not even that good. Maybe I will. Flash forward. I got to get this tooth fixed, guys. I haven't been to the dentist. Yeah, flash forward to today. I haven't been to a doctor. I haven't been to a dentist. I've had a chipped tooth since April. I grind my teeth at night. I break my teeth. Pieces fly off. This is a thing that happens with me. I don't know why I just shared that. But flash forward to today, and my wife is having nightmares. She had a nightmare about Bonnie Henry. Okay? That's her boss. Bonnie Henry's her boss. And Bonnie Henry came to her, my wife's work and was trying to kill her. Anyways, the nightmare, if she tells you the story, it goes on for 7 minutes. Do you want to hear about it? No, you don't. Of course you don't. Nobody wants to hear about anybody's dreams. At 7 minutes, I can never get back. Anyways, I'm just flash forwarding to today. We held that line. We flattened that curve. Hold the line, flatten the curve. We did all that, right? So good things are supposed to happen after that, right? They're telling us, you do this, okay? Okay, we'll do it. So we do it. And then what happens after that? Keep doing it. Huh? Yeah, but we flatten the... Oh, maybe we'll open up a taco shop and only 33% of you can go to it. Maybe we'll do little things like nothing happened. Flatten that curve. We held that line. And what does everybody get for it? It's like being in school. Okay, you're in school. Teacher tells you, you need a B in the next exam. If you don't get a B, Clint, you're not going into grade 1. So you work really hard, and you get the B on the final exam. What's your reward? You go to the next grade. We're not going to the next grade. The economy's still shut down. Anyways, my point is, I don't know what my point is, but it brought the world closer together, pulled the world together, and something really bad happened. George Floyd. And that just ruined everything. That incident ruined. The world erupted. The commissioner canceled leave. All RCMP leave. The world went to shit. Riots, protests, anarchy. It got bad. I think of the economy's still closed. I know I'm jumping around here, but the economy's still closed. Even after we flatten the curve, people still continue to suffer because of who we're listening to, and doctors are shutting down the country, guys. We flatten the curve. Alcoholic Anonymous, not that I go to it, I never have. Alcoholic Anonymous meetings, you can't go to those meetings. Crazy people who need to talk to their psychologist, they can't do it. My kids, they haven't seen a family doctor. Can you honestly say, well, at least we got our health? How do you know? Right? How do you even know? We flatten the curve, and we still can't do these things. Nurses are working from home. School canceled. Depression up. Domestics up. Murder through the roof. Fuck. People are losing their businesses. Depression is up 40% in America. Suicide up. Are we really saving lives? Or are we creating more death? Things haven't gotten better. Who's running the country? Doctors are. Doctors are running the country, and we all sit back and we listen to them. You ever wonder yourself why? Why are you listening to Dr. Tam, Bonnie Henry? They're running the country. They don't know how to run a country. And it's easy for them to say, shut down the economy. They don't ever have to worry about money. How about the baker that's baking bread for a living and he can't do it anymore because nobody's buying it? If they were in that, if money was a fear for them, do you think they would be shutting down the economy? I started thinking about this. I mean, really thinking about this. Who are we doing this for? Is this right? Is it right what we're doing? Is it? When it first hit in March, it first hit in January, but when it really hit in March, we thought, and I bet you guys forget this, it was going to kill millions upon millions upon billions among millions of people. We thought that. We thought it was a lot more worse than it actually was. That's why the economy was shut down. But why do they continue to have the economy shut down? I think I know why. Fear controls everything. Part of me feels that's what they've done. I think they have convinced people of non-truths. That's what I think. I know the COVID's real. I know all that. I know it's bad. I know it can hurt you bad. Okay, I know all that. That's not what I'm saying. I'm down at the wharf yesterday. Okay, I'm down at the wharf. This is so dumb. And there's a group of people on the wharf, and a lady says to me, hey, Clint, and was more like, hey, Clint. I hope she doesn't watch us. And I'm like, oh, hi, see your kids start school? And I'm like, yeah, they had school today. Oh, that's great. Sure troubling and worrisome, though. It's like, you guys must be really worried. I got to redo this. But she did talk like that. You guys must be really worried, them to COVID and then going to school. And I just blurted, I shouldn't have said it. Well, I should have said it, but it didn't make sense to her. I said, no, it's not worrisome at all. They're not dying from it. Young people aren't dying from it. She's like, she does one of these, Wow. And then there were 6 other people on the wharf. And at that time, right then and there, they all looked at me like, how dare him? And I thought, she doesn't know. She doesn't know the fact that they aren't. I'm scared to say this because I don't want to get my YouTube channel shut down. You get shit like this. You say shit like this, it gets shut down. But let me explain myself. I want to talk about Mike Farnworths and what he said the other day on a video. And how he instills fear to control the world, to control Canada. But I want to show you this graph. Okay? Take a look at this graph. It's in something like 5 categories, okay? That's kids 0 to 9, 9 to 20 or something like that, 20 to 39. And it tells you who's dying from it. This might just be BC, but it's really all over the world. It's not killing young people, guys. I'm not saying young people can't die from it. Of course they can. I'm just saying it's not happening. Not really. Yes, I'm sure you could hunt down and find somebody. 10 years and younger, 49 cases, guys. From January to July, no deaths. 10 to 19, 76 cases, no death. 20 to 29, 344 cases, no death. When you hit 40, then it goes up a bit. 40, 2 deaths. 50 to 59, 5. 60 to 69, 16. Okay, then you're in big trouble when you hit over 80. My point is, it's affecting people that are over 60. Okay, let's just say over 40. again, did you even know this, though? Did you know this? Did you know that 10 and under, no deaths? Shit, let's go from age 0 to 39, no deaths. Is it fair to say it's not really... I got to watch what I say. How about we just say it like this? If you're under 40, you're not really going to die from it? People aren't really dying from it? Is that fair to say? So who are we punishing here, right? I got a point to all this, okay? And the only reason I'm talking like this is because of Mike Farnworths' video. I have a niece. Her name is Naya. Her and her friends were over here visiting. I threw on the video camera and I asked them a question that I already knew the answer to. And these are smart girls. Very smart girls. But like the girl on the wharf, a lot of people don't know that the age group that is pretty much safe from COVID is 40 and under. I'm not saying getting COVID is a good thing, a healthy thing. No, it's a bad thing. Of course people can get it, and they are getting it. They're just not dying from it. As much. How about that? As much. Even though it's saying 0, 0, 0 across the board, we'll just say as much. Okay? So I asked her to see if they knew. And I asked her, how many people do you think, how many of your friends have died from COVID? This was her answer.
Okay.
How many people that you guys grew up with have died so far from the COVID?
None.
What?
None.
What are you talking about?
None that we know, no.
Nobody's died?
Nope.
How can that be?
Because
It's
everybody's
killing people.
old that dies.
I don't know anyone that's had COVID.
You didn't read the article.
You guys got your school year cut off short.
Yeah.
Are you all right with that? As a
Well-
kid? Like, hey, yeah, school's over. How great is that?
No.
Right?
It was our senior year. So
Yeah.
So it sucked.
So it was
Yeah.
it was shitty.
Okay,
So,
tell me the shitty parts.
we didn't get to have a real prom or a real graduation.
Funny how you call it prom, but keep on going. It's an American word.
What?
Prom's
No,
homecoming.
it's fine.
And
You didn't get to have a real prom. Like, what's a real prom?
Like everyone.
It's like everybody gets to dress up and goes to this, like, I guess, what would you call it? Like a
Conference center.
conference center. And then they eat and they dance and then there's an after party. But we got to have a fake prom.
Hold
we kinda
on.
made
You're
up for
saying
it.
that you didn't get to do any of that?
We did. Not with our entire graduation class.
No. I'm not
Isn't
scared
that
of
So who are they punishing?
dying. I'm not scared of
people?
getting sick.
No,
I'm scared
they're
of getting
punishing
other
you
people
guys.
sick. I'm scared of getting my parents sick
Oh, yeah. That makes
and
Your
my
parents.
grandparents sick.
They hadn't even heard of anybody that has ever died from it. Because they're not really dying from it. But yet, their development, their graduation, their experiences are taken away from them. Their minds aren't even formed. Their minds don't form till age 25. And their childhood is taken away from them. You got to see this. You got to see this video. You got to see how this guy instills fear and how he speaks. When you guys watch this video and I break it down, I want you to think about power. I want you to think about the word power. I want you to think about the word fear. What does fear do? It controls people. Fear controls people. That's what it does. Power. How great is power, right? This thing. When I got this thing, do you know how powerful I felt? I'm just being honest. It was a great feeling. I felt powerful. Do you know how hard it is to get them to put this in a piece of plastic, like taken away from you? It sucks. It sucks to have your power taken away from you. Sorry, first I have to tell you who Mike is. I didn't know who Mike was. I don't know much about politics. I don't even know why I'm talking about politics. Am I talking about? Well, I guess I am, because Mike's a Democrat. This is his role, okay? He's the Minister of Public Safety, and Solicitor General of BC, and Government House Leader, okay? This is who's running the country. Watch the video. Am I going to interrupt? Yes, of course I am. Watch it.
There is a small minority of selfish individuals across the province who are disregarding the public health measures in place.
Selfish. He called young people selfish. Keep that in mind, okay? These are selfish people, guys. Really selfish. If you couldn't die from it, wouldn't you be? Forget it. I'll talk about it later.
Our provincial and regional health officers, and indeed most British Columbians, have worked too hard and sacrificed too much.
Just curious what they sacrificed. What do these health people sacrifice exactly? I don't know. They had to go to work? I don't know. Maybe that's what it is. It's just easy words to say, right?
I know many of you have concerns over the spikes in cases amongst young people.
No. Not at all. I don't care about a spike in young people. It's my fault if I go outside and get COVID. It has nothing to do with the young person. The only person that is worried and cares is this guy. Because if he gets it, he might be in trouble, right? Who's selfish?
There is no excuse to disregard the responsibility we share to keep each other safe in this pandemic.
There's actually a big excuse. I can't die from it. Not me. I'm talking about, he's talking to young people, okay? That's a pretty big excuse, isn't it? I can't say they can't die from it because, of course, there are some people under 40 that have died. I'm not going to get back into it, but you know the chances already. I've already explained the chances.
And we've all seen it in the news or in...
Well, then, you know, you've seen it in the news. It must be real, right? Speaking of news, sorry. This is not... Now that I've retired, the news drives me crazy. Hold on a second. I just want you to see it. It's not even any good. Like 2 seconds of this guy, okay? On the news, on Global. So Mike Farnworths was mad at young people under the age of 40 who aren't really dying from it. And the media is all over this, right? There's been a spike. There was a small spike in August of people under 40 starting to get the COVID. Just watch this. I don't.
Showing how the province is doing with that COVID curve. Sarah McDonald covering that story this morning. Sarah, there seems to be a lot of concern about young people.
Young people. He's talking about himself. You're the young person, man. He looks under 40, I'm guessing. He's talking about himself. And he's talking to Sarah, who is also a young person. Young people. You see that? That drove me nuts. I just had to... The media. And what is that face he's making?
Young people.
And something
Sarah.
expect to hear about from health officials
Hello, Sarah.
today this afternoon.
Young people, Sarah. Young people. I can't even do it. Young people. What the fuck? Who is this dude? Who are you?
Concern about young people.
Oh, anyways. Back to Mike. I just seen it. And it grossed me out. He grossed me out when he did that. So disgusted in young people, Sarah. We're so grossed out with young people. You are the young person, man. Anyways, that's what we've all seen in the news.
Large house parties, unsanctioned events on our streets, on our beaches. Enough is enough. On our beaches. Enough is enough.
Enough is enough. Enough is enough. Mike has spoken. You know the best place to be with the COVID running around is on a beach? Too many young people on the beaches. Too many house parties. Enough is enough, guys. Enough is enough. He's had enough. You might give him the COVID. He's had enough of it. Unsanctioned, whatever. I want to tell you something. I need to tell you something here. I might be off by a bit. January to March 31st. COVID was bad, right? Who had COVID? 68% of the population over 40 got COVID. April, the same. It went up a little bit higher. May, it went down 1%. Something like 67% of people over 40 got COVID. June, July, numbers didn't really do anything. August hits. There was a small spike from age 0 to 39 that got COVID. This is why this guy is here right now, to talk to that age group. Listen, you got to listen to it. You have to, because I did. Enough is enough, by the way.
These irresponsible actions are putting our most vulnerable at risk.
These young kids are irresponsible because they're not really dying from it. And you're putting the older population to risk, young people. How dare you? You're living your life as a kid, and that is so irresponsible of you. It's putting people's lives at risk. Whose lives? Not their lives, right? Because they're selfish, right? What do you even say to this? The most vulnerable at risk. People like him, right? You're putting him at risk. I asked my niece. I said, knowing that you know nobody that's died from it, doesn't it make you kind of upset that, you know, people are kind of shitting all over you guys? Doesn't it make you just want to say, no, hey, we're lucky enough to be a group of people that don't really get it. Why would you punish that group? We're lucky enough to have that group of people. Why do they have to work around this part of the world? Okay, why can't this part of the world work around them? And my niece, sweet, basically told me that she doesn't want to, she's scared to get it because she's going to give it, she might give it to her grandparents, my mom and dad, right? Pretty good answer. Pretty mature answer. But then I thought, well, my parents don't want you to stall your development, don't want you to stall their life because of them. I know they don't. Of course they don't. If my parents don't want to get COVID, then don't go outside. They know that. I don't want my parents getting COVID. So it's up to them. It's up to me if I visit. It's up to them if they come over for Christmas dinner. You know what I'm saying? Why are we punishing young people for an older population? We're shutting down the entire economy for this? I don't want my parents getting it. I don't want older people getting it. Hey, I don't want to get it. I don't want to get it. Because it would be scary for me if I got it, I think. But who do I have to blame if I get it? I blame myself if I get it. I go outside. If I go outside and get it, and I get it from a young person, it's not their fault. That would be selfish of me to think that. It's my fault. I was irresponsible. We expect young people to shut down their lives for Mikey.
Stricter enforcement is necessary.
Absolutely necessary. We need to enforce this. It needs to be enforced. How are we going to punish these little bastards? He's got some ideas. Listen to this.
That's why today, effective immediately, the province is enabling police and other enforcement officers to issue $2,000 violation tickets to owners or organizers for contraventions of the provincial health officer's order on gatherings and events.
Whoopee ding dong. No cop in their right mind is ever going to issue that ticket. Go ahead and talk all you want, Mikey. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen unless that cop has a boss that always got picked last to play dodgeball. You know what I mean? Yeah, I guess you could be on my team. Only if you have a boss. No cop is going to do that. No cop is ever going to write that ticket. Do you think cops are out of their minds? Don't you think they got something better to do? They don't even write $2,000 littering tickets. They're not going to. You know what he's talking about, right? He's upset with people under the 40 having house parties, and there was a small spike in August. Because of this small spike in August, young people, they're going to get $2,000 fines if you have a house party. If somebody walks into that house and you're not 6 feet apart, it doesn't matter how many people you have, but if you're not 6 feet apart, $2,000 ticket to the homeowner. Why weren't we punishing 40-year-olds? Why aren't we punishing them? All the way to March 31st, 68%, 40-year-olds and up? Huh? Why aren't we punishing the 60-year-olds, the 70-year-olds who are getting it? Who account more for it? Isn't that something, right? We punish the young people. All of a sudden, we're going to give them $2,000 fines. Not punishing anybody. I know this sounds ridiculous. You're not punishing the 90-year-olds that are dying from it. The 40 and 60-year-olds who are getting it. You didn't for March. You didn't for January. You didn't punish them. February, March, April, May, June, July. August hits. Tiny weeny. Spiky wikey. This is ridiculous. $2,000 fine to the young people. Oh. These are the people that are running our country. Effective immediately. Did you hear that part? Effective immediately. No, I would be shocked if this happened, I don't know, maybe a week and a half ago that he spoke. I bet you nobody got a $2,000 ticket. I'd be surprised of a cop doing that. Why am I talking like that? Calm down.
Just because your party has less than 50 people does not make it legal. You must follow all guidelines. So, if you're hosting a large penthouse party, organizing a street gathering, or drum circle on the beach, we will be watching.
That's creepy. The fear. We're going to be watching you. Okay? Getting sick and tired of those drum circles on the beach. What is a drum circle? I'm trying not to swear. Drum circle? Those are popular, aren't they? Why? Penthouse party. What's he talking about, penthouse? Maybe I don't know. Penthouse party. That's a party I'd like to go to. I've never heard of it. But, wow, yes. We'll be watching you. Gonna watch you. You selfish pricks.
Don't yell at the waiter who asks you not to push your tables together at a restaurant.
Don't tell me what to do. I want to yell at the waiter, okay? I like yelling at waiters. I like freaking out for absolutely no reason at waiters. Thanks, Mike. Thank you. Thank God you told me that. I am learning so much.
Don't be belligerent towards the hardworking people who are trying to keep us all safe.
Thank God we have him in this position to tell us this stuff. Tell me more.
We cannot expect our health officers to break up parties in the middle of the night.
What? I got to rewind this. Did he say health officials breaking up parties?
We cannot expect our health officers to break up parties in the middle of the night.
What? They're breaking up parties? Who? The health officials are breaking up parties in the middle of the night? It's cops that break up parties, Mike. What? Has a health official ever come to your house and said, you need to shut it down? Could you imagine if that happened? I'm not shitting on, if this is really a thing, I've never heard of it, but could you imagine? Dar, we got a health official at our door. Don't open the door. Break up parties. I guess you would just not open the door. Then what would happen, right? They call the police. Still don't have to open the door, though. Can't get in. Guess we're going home. Yep.
From this point forward, we're going to make sure those making selfish decisions are risking more than their reputations.
Risking more than their reputations. Selfish decisions. Kind of like what he just imposed, right? A $2,000 fine? Because he's scared he might get COVID? Would that not be a selfish? Why do we expect so much from young people? We expect them to stop their lives? I don't. You shouldn't either. High schools aren't, there's not even really a high school. You could do it all online. Think about what they're missing out on. And now we got a dude calling them selfish. I think they're doing quite a bit. What have they given up? You? From
this point forward, we're going to make sure those making selfish decisions are risking more than their reputations.
Oh, okay. What are they risking? What are they risking, Mike? This is unbelievable.
I'm disappointed that stricter enforcement has become necessary. I'm disappointed that stricter enforcement has become necessary.
Oh. Are you disappointed? You know he isn't. He's not disappointed. It's about power, guys. He loves this. He loves this is his moment. Okay, he's not disappointed. He had this idea months ago.
Right now, we need to worry about our collective health.
His health.
I can assure you that the province will do everything we can to stop the shameful practices and keep people safe.
You're shameful. You're shameful for coming up with this idea. Punishing young people, giving them $2,000 fines. You're the shameful one. You're the selfish one. And you're shameless. That's right. How are your kids? Must be a real worry for you. Your kid's going back to school. Yeah, I'm petrified. Why would I worry about that? Why would you worry about that? And why would teachers worry about that? See, I'm going off. On planet Earth, not one kid has ever given COVID to their teacher. Did you know that? On planet Earth. I'm just talking about planet Earth. Why would you worry about that? You know they're going to shut down school, right? You can't shut down policing. You can't shut down nursing. But they're going to shut down schooling. I like teachers.
And remember, a party is not worth someone's life.
Did you know that? I hope you know that. A party is not worth my life. His life, right? This guy is worried about... Holy fuck. You have a better chance dying in a car accident than dying of COVID. Is he getting rid of all the cars? No, of course not. You're not going to do that, right? Is he focusing... He's a safety guy, right? Maybe he should be focusing his attention on excessive speed. How about Hastings Street in Vancouver? How much violence is going on down there? How much death? Overdosing. COVID. Do you think it's not running rampant down there? What's he doing about that? He's going to punish young people. How about prisoners? All over the world, they're releasing prisoners. They're releasing prisoners. Mission Institution in Mission started releasing prisoners. How insane is that? Release prisoners, punish young people. Young people, you're staying home. Prisoners, you get to go home. You can't make this up. The fear he has instilled. And that's what it's all about. That's what it's all about.
Remember, a party is not worth someone's life.
Boom. A party is not worth somebody's life. How do you control people? How does a wife beater control his wife? He beats her. He instills fear into her. That's how you control people. Police do it all the time. Police are trained to do it. Do you ever ask yourself why police don't arrest people nicely? You know what I mean? They don't ask nicely. It's not, put your arms behind your back, pretty please, with gummy drops and cotton candy, please, will you? No. They don't even ask nicely. It's put your arms behind your back, do it now. Okay, there's no pretty please with sprinkles. And when you're in training, it's put your hands behind your back, do it now. Okay, you raise your voice. You put a little fear into that. The fear is designed to control the subject. That's what this guy's doing. He's the bully. He's a bully. That's what you are, Mike. And it's all about power. It's all about power. If he opens up the economy, he gives up his badge. That's what he does. They got a taste of power, them and a lot of people in Canada, and they don't want to give it up. This is going to go on and on and on and on and on. And this is a guy that doesn't ever have to worry about money, right? He's not a baker. It's easy for him to say. The economy's not open because then these people are no longer important. These are the people we trust. These are the people that are running the world to make a living. They don't care about money. He's got lots of it. It ain't hurting him. You just don't have a house party. They want you to believe that young people are the problem when I've already told you, when we know that's not true. 67, 65, 68, who cares? It's 40 and plus, guys. You're encouraging separation, depression, and suicide. And all we do is sit back and watch it happen. And we agree with it. Murder rate through the roof. Economy, done. You wait. Done. We are going to be paying for this one. And he's complaining about house parties. Mike Farnworth's speech, he didn't mean a word of it. He didn't. He's just trying to scare people. If he did believe it, he'd be wearing a mask. I don't know what the answer is. I think it's testing, but you know that ain't going to happen. Even though it could, you can have an immediate test. It's not going to happen. I don't know. Just thought I'd share this with you. It bugged me. I thought it was chicken shit. I'm like, Mike, be a man. Do your job. This is chicken shit, guys. That's not how you do your job. That's how you lose it. I'll be better next time. Bye-bye. Pretty nice mic for $13. $13 mic. It's gonna be kind of weird talking to myself. Although I talk to myself all day long. I gotta hook this up to my computer, I think. I need one of those arms, you know? Put it in there, and then you could, grab it on your arm. I gotta go to the washroom. Wow, I'm gonna be a hit. I'm gonna be a hit. I'd be doing a lot of this, I'd be talking over here, and then I'd be like,
And then she said that to me. You believe that? She just fucking said that to me. So. Yeah, I get why people do this shit now. Something to do. Just gotta hook this up. Somehow, gotta sync. I gotta hook this into my computer, download something, and then somehow I sync the video to the audio. And, Bobby's your uncle. So, just so you know, there won't be any coming in my mouth, so. Yeah, Daddy's here. I'm like, why are you so interested in doing a sow job? Excuse me? This is so not happening. Yes, so. My daughter's gonna tell. Every day. Yeah. Colson bada chimini. You want to get what off it? What? Colson, get off the thing she made. You better listen to me. If I have to come up there. Oh, when are they going back to school? Yeah, sweetie. Stop wrecking it. I'll be right up. I'm gonna start smoking again. I know, I don't want him to either. Colson, you better not do it. Kylie says you are. Oh, God. He better not be talking like that. Corona time. She must have been a beautiful baby. Oh. Just wanted 5 minutes. That's all I wanted, 5 minutes. That's it. It's gonna be a long summer. It's only March. Okay, that's it. I've had enough. I'm gonna count to 3. When I get up there, bad things are gonna happen. Whole house is coughing. That's scary, eh? Everybody coughing? I'm coughing, wife coughing. Kids are coughing and screaming and yelling. Good time, like it brings everybody closer together. You know what I mean? Like the family's closer than they've ever been. A lot of love going on. Why'd I quit smoking? Oh, now they're laughing. Okay. See, that part makes me angry. When they laugh after,